You guys are horrible people. You're so heartless.
Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come.
This or that. This or that. This or that.
Come on, who's the black sheep? What's the black sheep? Know not who I am or when I'm coming, so you sleep. Wasn't in my realm or wasn't in your sphere. Knew not who I was, but listen here. The choice is yours.
You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you get with this because this is kind of fat.
Where's the black sheep? Here's the black sheep. Even if we wanted to, the flock cannot be weak. Watch me swing like this. Why should I swing it like that? Because in fact, on me it might not attract.
This or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you get with this because this is where it's at. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you get with this because this is kind of fat.
Do, da, dippity.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. It's Black Sheep Rising. It's a podcast, if you're listening. If you're watching, I guess it's a vodcast, if that's even a thing, Daryl.
And if you're reading it in Braille, then it's whatever the fuck is in Braille.
Yeah,
Cast.
and you're one of those,
Get those nerds!
And I'm not really sure how they're translating it into Braille, but, you know, like, whatever.
So if you do sign language, does somebody have to translate that into Braille too?
they
Sign
get that
language
guy
is in
who was
Braille.
at the South African dude who was standing right next to
Nelson Mandela?
He was standing right next to Obama, and he was doing the sign language the whole hour.
Oh yeah, a year ago.
Nelson
when he did.
Mandela knows sign language?
Not that guy. There's some fool that was up there and he didn't know what he was doing. He was just up there making gestures.
He just like showed up. I'm gonna do sign language. He doesn't even know sign language.
Hey everybody,
Throwing up
welcome
gang signs.
to the show. It's episode 78.
Woohoo!
It's Sunday or something, and we got a full panel this evening and a new setup here. I guess we'll talk about that in a second. Daryl W. Perry.
the new addition to the show.
Daryl W. Perry is
The
here,
couch.
As well as Bob the Builder.
It's not Bob the Builder.
Who is this?
That's Bob the Builder.
Is that Bob the Builder?
That's
Bob the
Bob the Builder.
Shauna has referred to this as God. I don't know what that means.
What?
It's the God pillow. When I was a kid, little kid, somehow I saw a book. Calm down. You'll get to the second grade
I just
soon
had
enough.
I just had to smack a Bob.
And so I just saw this book. I think it's before I even knew how to read. And it was like, this is what God's like. And I'm like, okay, I don't know.
God
and
builds
it
houses?
was, well, I don't know.
In a cartoon?
Well, maybe if you can handle that.
With a talking tractor?
And it just had the same look, the same art. And I guess it was probably
This is what how God was portrayed in the book.
I don't think so. I think
Happy with a yellow hat
I
Wait, I
think
thought
what
it was a carpenter.
with a football
Wasn't
head.
it a carpenter, not a builder? I don't know.
maybe the son, I don't know. I think it was portraying like an adult talking to a kid, and I didn't know how to read, didn't know anything about religion or any of that stuff, and was like, oh, I guess that one's God because he's the taller one.
And now let's
And then I saw that.
The taller one.
Well,
one.
you know, there's a lot of
You're a height.
medieval debates about that.
Where's his white beard at?
No, she's a height.
And his staff, and his little band of hobbits.
She said God, not
His
Gandalf.
little children's.
Yeah.
No, I think you're a height supremacist.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
A height supremacist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
It's a preference.
White flower.
Hey, who's that with the purple shirt? That's Steve.
I'm Steven. Yeah, what's up, man?
Been trying to get him on the show for the longest. I don't know why he hasn't come on. The other Steve, refuses to. But
He's too aspy for this show anyway.
Daryl's got enough already.
He would fit in just right. And I don't have a drop for Steven yet, but I'll be working on that. But I do have a drop for this young lady.
What?
It's Shauna Nash, the salsa queen.
Yeah, last name. Let's add the social security number too.
And where she works at, I know.
Descriptive marks and places of work.
I think I dropped it, but no one knows.
Okay, good.
No one's going to look back in
All right.
the archives to figure that out.
You hiding your name?
Not anymore.
She creates a new identity like every 3.5 years anyway. Identity's never been stolen.
That's the way you do it.
Unless somebody makes you late, then they're stealing your identity, right?
Yeah, then they're stealing my identity because I'm a libertarian. I got to bitch about something. Pressing me.
So
Paper clips.
we had Keenvention last week. I think we kind of had a week off. I think some of us are recovering from that still. Did anything in Keene happen, Mr. Darrell? Let me look at this. Let me open this free Keene. Oh, there was an article written about Keenvention.
Yes, there was. There was also that election thing.
Oh, yeah, but no one was following that. That was, of course, I guess, unless you were considering the some of the Free Staters here in the state who were able to acquire some of the seats. But here in Keene, we were kind of doing a lot.
Shut out.
Shut out, and we were doing a lot of write-ins.
I got a train question. Do you need this to be recording the stuff as before the previous weeks?
Oh, that's good to go.
You're good? All right. Train's fine.
That's train. Is it? Do you call it the train?
I have a train question. Yes.
No, you broke Darrell's train of thought. Train of. You got that? So, anyways, elections. At least 15 Free Staters.
Don't worry, the train's fine, Darrell.
At least 15.
Free Staters. Back to Free Staters.
You think it's more than that?
I'm still confused about the train.
It's not a tumor.
The train's fine. Don't worry about it. Train's fine.
It's not and it's not a train. It's a.
Did somebody just say a tank?
It's a Bearcat. We've got that covered.
I'm a tack truck.
Yeah.
It's not a tank because it doesn't have
All right,
tread
what
on the
happened to Free
tires.
Staters? Did some of them get elected or not? Or is it just?
Some of them did, yeah. But what's that got to do with Keenvention and having trains?
You said something about an election. I said Keenvention. I was going a whole different article.
I'm so lost.
You're running this train off the tracks is what's going. All right, so anyways, a young lady named Martha Shanahan, who actually attended the event. I know she was there during the secession panel because I saw her.
Yes.
She wanted to talk to old Sorens, who bolted. Did you notice that, by the way?
I did not because, like immediately after the panel, I had to go sell some raffle tickets to people, so...
Well, I stayed around and I actually watched the some of the.
I was there all afternoon or until 2:30.
But you had your head in your.
But I had
notebook.
other things to do.
Yeah, doing articles and stuff. I was just sitting there looking at things, and she was there and she asked some questions and then she realized, oh hey, I was going to talk to Sorens and she just dropped me cold and ran out, and of course Sorens had left like immediately. I don't know that he.
He got there like 5 minutes before the panel started.
Yeah, I don't know that he cared much for what was going on. We'll see. We'll see if he comes back.
Yeah,
next
that
year.
whole different kettle of fish thing.
Exactly. So, what did she say? Do you think that she was being a little biased? Do you
In a
think
dimly lit event hall at the Best Western Hotel in Keene Sunday morning, people were talking about secession. Like, it sounds so much more,
I'm surprised she didn't have that
horrible
word.
when you do it in the movie guy voice.
I'm surprised she didn't have the word secession there, like red with blood dripping off of the S's.
but you know what? It was a somewhat dimly lit meeting hall.
All of the lights were on.
Yeah, but that's
Well, the picture's not dimly lit.
But
there.
it was daylight outside. So if you're walking straight in, yeah, it was dimly lit. And what'd she say about an old Bitcoin machine? Where was that at, by the way? She had a hard time with that thing.
Oh, yeah, I think she was just going for a word count. She had to have over 1,500 words.
So she was using very flowery words.
And so she just, kept throwing stuff in. Where she talks about James Cleveland, speaking with a slight southern drawl. She didn't mention his Barney Rubble laugh, though. Does mention the Bitcoin ATM somewhere down in there.
I don't know where it is.
Hold on. At the sign-in table, a woman attempting to feed a stack of $20 bills into a tabletop Bitcoin ATM that, in theory, would convert her U.S. currency into the cryptocurrency favored by libertarians and accessed through online wallets, in quotes, on a smartphone or computer. The machine spit out the woman's money like a broken vending machine. She rubbed the bill against the edge of the table before trying again, this time with success.
I like how she says they're going to convert the money into it. Like, the money's still the money. You're trading it. That's like going to...
In theory.
It's like saying I convert my money into burgers at Burger King. I trade them for...
You don't do that in Keene because there's not a Burger King here.
Or visiting a
I
foreign...
didn't say it was in Keene.
Visiting
I
a
just
foreign
meant in
country
general.
and, changing out money for theirs
right.
for the local currency. This is just
I'm
So that would be a
converting.
converting.
I'm converting this Angry Orchard hard cider sinful apple into urine.
Sure, but at the end of the day,
Actually,
the
yeah.
dollars that the lady was giving for the to trade for the Bitcoin, those dollars are still in the machine there. Versus with this, it's not there anymore. You are breaking it down.
Where do the dollars go in the Bitcoin ATM?
Into the ether.
No, whoever owns that machine keeps it. And so they load it up with their Bitcoins.
But the dollars are still there. They're still physically
whoever-
there.
Right. So
it's the same thing as like a foreign currency converter. Then.
it would be akin to.
So I don't see what's wrong with her writing that. And like the style is pretty familiar with the Sentinel describing something that's not very interesting. They do that a lot when they're telling a story. That's what they. I don't know if she's been there a long time, but there are a lot of articles where, they're describing the story, they're setting a scene, they're using,
they've got a word count. So
they've got a word count. Oh my God, they got a word count.
add
So
in
you can
extra
count the
stuff
words
that
until you're
is
done.
basically useless.
Why is it like
Because it's not like breaking news. 3 days ago, all the freaks in town had a freak convention, and here's what happened. Somebody doesn't know how to work a vending machine. Somebody calls himself Oprah. Somebody else, talks about secession for too long.
somebody.
It's not saying like
someone
when
offers
traffic's
himself
going to
off.
be broken down on Court Street.
Someone volunteered their time and energy to date themselves off to the
And there's that.
raffle winner.
Use all the commas you want, lady.
Oh, and it's so funny that she did not get, one, that the guy was dressed like Hunter S. Thompson, and two, the Hunger Games joke, where the name he wrote on the raffle ticket was Primrose Everdeen. And as soon as Primrose Everdeen was called, he stood and said, "I volunteer as tribute."
Jesus Christ, dude.
What did he say? I can't hear that.
We're
Totally missed the jokes.
Stop yelling at me!
Totally missed the jokes.
So speaking of elections, Mr. Darrell, that did happen this week.
Yes, it did.
And
I'm sad to report that none of the above did not become the new governor of New Hampshire.
now there was some of this going on, something that you do on a regular basis. Take
Picture of my fortune cookies?
Yeah, you do that, and you also take selfies of your ballot.
It's not a selfie of the ballot.
It's
because the ballot can't take the picture. Don't use selfie for like every picture. Like, here's a picture of a tree. It's a tree selfie.
No, it's yours.
Fuck your tree.
It's yours.
Right? It's fucking asshole.
It's yours until you put it into
God, I
the
hate this
vending
place.
machine.
This guy really hates trees over here.
So if you were taking
and roads. I fucking hate roads.
no, if you took your hat off your head and took a picture of it, wouldn't that be kind of a?
It's not a hat selfie.
It's
You
a hat
should
selfie.
tape the ballot to your face.
This is a total ballot
And then
selfie.
you'd have a ballot selfie.
This one is a guy taking a selfie with the
Keep
ballot.
it steady, too.
All right. Well, if you're just taking a
You don't want
picture
it
of
to
how
slip.
you voted on your ballot, that's a ballot selfie
That's a picture of a ballot.
with Darrell W. Perry's endorsements on it.
But anyway, so
SPP.cc
Wouldn't
for
it-
president.
Like, wouldn't it be easier if you could just, like, for people that want to do stuff like this, they just have public voting. Like, they just stay home,
Well,
submit their votes.
If you're
publicly to everybody.
doing town hall voting, that's how you do it. Everybody,
Right.
the reason
Right.
people were doing this is because there was a law that went into effect September 1st that said it's illegal to post a photo on social media of your ballot. And so a bunch of people were doing it as an act of civil disobedience.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
to-
it was an existing law that was amended. That was added to the existing
Right.
law.
The original law, before it was amended this year, said that it's illegal to show your ballot to anyone before putting it in the voting machine. And it was amended this year to include taking a picture and posting on social media.
Can't you just do that and wait till after you put the ballot in to upload it to your all-important social network?
Well,
Like you take a
when
picture
they-
with your phone
when
and then
they
you turn
changed-
it in.
when they
and then everybody
changed
can
the
know that you
law-
voted for Obama.
when they changed the law
Next to
this year,
Chipotle.
they removed the before voting
So
to
they
just make it
changed
like
it to at all.
it's illegal at all to show anyone your ballot ever
Maybe they
including
want.
if you take a picture and post it on social media.
Maybe it's a matter of traffic control. Like they want these a-holes to get out of the ballot and be done, and not be like, "Oh my God, I need to redo it."
I can testify to that. Yeah, when I went for the not this time, but when we voted last time, the pre-election voting,
The primary.
yeah, they really wanted you out of there as soon as you can get out of there. Like, because I didn't have
Move along.
Yeah, I didn't have all the papers that they
Move
wanted
along,
me to have. They
citizen.
wanted
Papers,
me to,
please.
Papers.
Oh, they wanted like 6 things. They want like proof of residence,
Papers,
proof of
please.
yeah,
Proof of
citizenship.
domicile.
I told them I don't have any of that stuff, but I still want to vote. So
You need to sign all these affidavits.
Well, that's it. I did that, and they told me that I was going to get a threat letter from the Attorney General's office.
Yes.
And I said, why are you guys threatening me? What are they going to do to me? What's the threat? She's like, well, it's just to verify.
It's a postcard that you are supposed to sign and then send back. And if you don't send it back, then they're supposed to like come to your house and be like, "Does Steve live here?"
And Steve's like,
I am not a number.
And then,
a free man.
And then you have Consuela answer the door, and she says, "No, Mr. Steve is not here. Do you have my lemon pledge?"
That is such a good idea.
So I didn't.
and then she cleans your house.
Right.
Great.
I haven't got a threat letter. I was expecting one. I was expecting to post that online.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it works. They threaten you at first, and then they realize, yeah, we really can't do
It's
anything.
an empty threat. Yeah. Which is what I thought it was.
Well, on this ballot thing, the New Hampshire Civil Liberties Union has filed a federal case challenging the law on grounds that it bans pure political speech. And, of course, Secretary of State Bill Gardner is fighting it, and he's like, "No, we can do whatever we want to." And he's not used to hearing the word no.
All right, let me ask you something. All right, what is the bottom line behind this legislation? Why do they even fucking care? Are they trying to prevent people from letting their friends know how to vote? Or I mean, what's
The claim?
What's the yeah?
The claim is the original intent of the law back long time ago was so that you couldn't show someone, yes, I'm voting the way that you're paying me to vote. So it's to, like...
How are we supposed to bribe people
in
and get
theory,
bribed?
it's supposed to
It's gonna affect my business.
Yeah, I don't wanna go to
prevent
work.
people from selling their vote.
What else am I going to do with it?
I know it's worthless.
What's the point of it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm open for bidders, by the way. So if anyone wants to bid on a vote,
The whole thing, in my opinion, is stupid, and hopefully it gets overturned, and I'll keep taking pictures of my ballot.
Yes.
I don't really care.
Yes. If I had realized how big of a deal it was, I would have also done the same. I'm trying to get up out of there. I don't want to be there. I don't like it's a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. And
John McLean, I'm sure you watch this show still.
I might as well take a picture while I'm there to.
And your name is way too long to write with the markers that they give.
Yeah.
So that's
And I'm fairly
depressing.
certain that John McLean still watches the show, and he may or may not be tight with Bill Gardner.
I don't know who
If
that
you
is, but
are, go ahead and give him a call and tell him that Daryl took a picture of his ballot. And you can tell him that Daryl wrote reform ballot access laws on the fucking ballot. Charge me. I don't care.
What? You can pull an Ann Bernhardt and just yell out your address. Come and get me, Eric Holder.
You want to talk about the woman who got punched in the face by an
usually
irate
do.
mother, or do you want to talk about gun stuff?
What?
Mr. Daryl?
that's nasty.
Let's do this real quick. Tell us what's going on with this.
Yeah,
this
so
article.
we can rip this apart real quick.
4 reasons why open carry is not the best idea. What the hell? What's going on here?
So some website called universalfreepress.com has an article, and they list 4 reasons that they think that open carrying is not a good idea. Number 1, if someone is planning an armed robbery and spots your firearm, you become the first target.
Oh shit, that's horrible.
But
I never thought about that.
But that's not really
Sarcasm.
true, because if somebody's planning to, I don't know, rob a convenience store, and they see somebody in there with the gun, whether it's you, Steve Z, or a cop, they're not going to open fire at that person. They're going to wait until they leave.
Correct, which is only another 5 minutes until the guy leaves, unless it's the owner and he actually has his shotgun on display behind the counter,
And then they're going to go to a different fucking convenience store.
Yep.
Well, there's the opposite effect there. Like we just pointed out, if somebody has a gun and they're open carrying, that person who's going to rob them is going to wait, right? Well, what if 10 people in there have it? They're just going to go. They're not going to wait anymore. They're just going to leave.
Right.
Because there's not going to be.
And go to the next convenience store where
they don't
where
have
the gun owners do not frequent.
Or they'll go to Target where they forbid open carry.
So they're going to go to Panera first.
Yep.
To rob. Well, how much cash is in the Panera? Panera
but
registers?
Well, I think
somebody might kill for a bear claw.
I know they got some good ass Danishes up in there.
Well, this isn't a common thing that happens.
Shauna, I did not cut the bear claw drop. God damn!
I don't know what the bear claw drop
I'm gonna
is.
post that one, edit in that one.
But I think there's actually a point to number one, and Nick says Puke said he doesn't carry because of number one, and I think what it is you become the first target for immediate lethal violence because you're the one that has to be taken out.
But
if you're going to be carrying an open carrying and you're going to be that type of magnet for
right, but
violence or whatever, then you got to be aware of your surroundings.
Something you have to realize about criminals is they're just bullies and they're looking for weak targets and they're not going to mess around.
Let's hashtag no bullies when you're talking 50-50
robbing a
convenience store. I don't know.
If we're talking 50-50 odds, they're not going to mess around. They're going to go down to the next store. They're not going to.
But in this situation that they're setting up, I mean, obviously it's biased towards, open carry is a bad idea, so he's going to have a slant on it. It's the criminal who's looking for a target. Mm-hmm. It's not saying I open carry because I'm the target and I'm, aware of my surroundings and all that. It presumes that somebody who's open carrying could still be a dumbass who doesn't know what's going on around him.
Now, this is a battlefield. I would be shooting the guy with the weapons first, as opposed to, the civilians.
What do you think the world is except a battlefield?
Is that what it really is?
Well, I think,
you ain't getting out alive.
Given the choice between open carry and concealed, I would choose concealed every time because it accomplishes what your goals are, being able to protect yourself while not alerting the gun nuts who are afraid of you because you can defend yourself. And I think that's the best choice, and that's why it's forbidden here without a permission slip, because it's the best choice.
Number 2 on the list, and they're presuming that people that are open carrying haven't practiced firearm safety, and I'm going to say, if you haven't practiced firearm safety and you don't know firearm safety, then you probably should not be open carrying anything.
Yeah.
That includes the rounded edge scissors that they give to 5-year-olds at the special school. Don't open carry those if you're a fucking dumbass.
Do you have a permit for those scissors?
5-year-olds for liberty.
So, number 2 says, if you haven't practiced firearm retention drills, someone can grab your firearm. Now you have a much larger problem to deal with, as in, will they use it against you or just run away to commit more crimes with your carrying gun?
Again, battlefield. If this was battlefield, I would, might be concerned with the weaker privates on my force losing their weapons, losing their weapons of mass destruction and their artillery and their whatnots to the enemies, to ISIS.
Yeah.
But no, in the real world, where we're not fighting for mineral rights and raw materials, no, I don't worry. This is silly. This is silly nonsense.
I think the grab your firearm bit is so old. It doesn't even appeal to me. Somebody's gonna grab. Really? Okay, go ahead.
Unless you're watching a movie. Yeah, this happens in the movies.
It's the movie thing. The guy gets nervous and drops the gun. It's or somebody falls when they get shot one time. You don't fall when you get shot. That's Hollywood.
Well,
maybe you don't fall when you get shot.
But some people do fall when they get shot because they think they're supposed to fall. That's the only time you fall, right? Because if a gun would make you fall, then it would make the person who shot it fall too. Because the equal and opposite.
Are you talking about? Yeah, you're talking about when someone.
Yeah.
When Vic Diesel is running through the woods with he's holding the shotgun straight out like a pistol. And he's shooting dudes and he's shooting them through walls.
Yeah,
that's not real.
That's Hollywood.
Get out, man.
Well, maybe he's got some cool stuff. But I don't know.
So number 3 actually makes sense. I wouldn't say that it's a reason not to open carry. It just makes sense. Situational awareness. And then they go through the color codes of white, yellow, I think orange, and red. White means that you're completely oblivious to everything, where you're just like walking along and you're like, ooh, squirrel, ooh, something, butterfly. And you have no clue what the hell's going on.
Squirrel!
Yellow means that, like you're aware of your surroundings. And you're paying attention to... Why the hell was that funny?
Because you're so loud for no fucking reason.
Well, if Fuckcat over here would turn the fucking mic down a little bit, maybe I wouldn't be clipping out.
No, that's not.
It's not clipping. It's good.
Orange means that you are prepared for a specific alert.
You're the lowest on this thing. We're actually... All this loudness is being picked up by everyone else's mics. Nah, it's not that bad.
Red means that you are in that fight or flight sort of scenario. And then let's go down to
is futile.
number 4. Number 4 says, yes, it is our constitutional right to keep and bear arms. I absolutely exercise mine. However, at least in my state, there is such a thing known as going armed to terror of the public. Why draw unnecessary attention to yourself? Most Leos I know would just pull you aside and have a quick conversation. I'd rather not draw the attention, though.
I totally disagree with the first sentence there. It's not a constitutional right to keep and bear arms at all.
Yeah, it's your
It's
right.
not. The Constitution says they won't infringe on the pre-existing right.
So it's
I hate the notion. Yeah, I hate the notion that the Constitution gives you any rights. I mean, not just because, being voluntarist, anarchist, but besides that, like people think, oh, the Constitution gives us this right. And then it's just, a decade later until they're ready to say, well, it doesn't give us that right anymore. We don't have it.
Can I write down the napkin constitution?
Yeah.
Where it says you have all rights that you don't voluntarily give away?
Is that similar to the paperclip constitution?
Are
they cousins?
I'm not familiar with the paperclip constitution.
They might be kissing cousins. I don't know.
Neither am I.
But then some of the comments on this are pretty good.
Oh, not comments. Comments.
Amen, brother.
No
Amen.
There's a
comments.
hole you go down
Yeah.
where you can't get your way back.
Where the one guy, he basically says a lot of the things that we said about number 1 of, like, if you're open carrying, then no, you are not necessarily the target. People might wind up going somewhere else or just waiting until you leave to go take over the convenience store and get a free Slurpee and $27 out of the fucking cash
It sounds
register.
like all of these reasons could just be summed up into some people are idiots and they're gonna get other people hurt because they're not paying attention.
Some people are idiots.
Oh yeah. I've been at work all day. I know.
Some people should not carry guns. Totally.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think they should be forced not to, but they should
Or
just
be-
not do it.
Or be cops. Or politicians.
There you go. Yeah.
Some people should not carry rounded safety scissors.
I agree with that too.
Moral of the story, Daryl? That was
The moral of the story is some people are idiots and will scream YOLO before doing something stupid and putting the video on YouTube. And those dumbasses should not carry weapons.
Moral of this story: Mom punches shopper who asked her to quiet her screaming childrens. Got punched in the mouth. Got some bloody gums and a
Tell me about it.
big old tooth. Actually, I'm just going to play the video.
Ooh, video.
It started with a child having a tantrum in a shopping cart, and it ended with a woman in the emergency room
1979.
after the mother of that child allegedly attacked her. The incident happened in the parking lot of the Nordstrom Rack in Colma, right off of Interstate 280. New at 6 tonight, KTVU's Claudine Wong talked to the victim today
There's a
about
lot
what
of them out there.
triggered the
There's
violence.
all kinds of choice video to pick from.
Good evening, Julia. Yes, the victim says she was attacked here in this Colma parking lot, and she says it all happened after she told her mother to quiet down her screaming child.
I think it's all right. Well, yeah. So
Why is this on the news?
because they're not going to talk about the important stuff.
they don't have anything else.
They're not going to talk about the all the wars that are being fought overseas,
Right.
or all of the the reason all our military are not here in the States protecting us from Canada and Mexico, and they're out there protecting
Evil Mexico and Canada.
poppy fields.
You got to watch out for those gay Mexican Muslims sneaking across the border. They're going to bring Shakira law.
With the box cutters.
You found 2 goons, a tiki torch, and a rocking chair from Cracker Barrel.
Is that one of your
From
wrestling
101
dudes?
Deals.
The gay Mexican from what? Cracker Barrel? Does that even work? Are they even allowed in Cracker Barrel?
I don't think Cracker Barrel discriminates.
Not anymore.
No. I mean,
don't
Alabama Cracker Barrel.
No, I mean, yeah. So this is what's up. I like this because
I like Shakira law because law number 1 is hips don't lie.
I like this because they really focus on something that is going on in this country and probably in the world, and that is people can't voice their opinions without getting the smackdown. If you approach someone who has a raving lunatic kid with them, they're
probably a raving lunatic adult.
That's just making everyone's ears bleed. You can't do anything about it. If, say, I'm at Walmart and I see a shoplifter walking out of the store with a stereo, I can't do anything about it.
Because Walmart tells you, don't be the hero.
Shelter in place.
They'll fire you, won't they?
They'll fire my ass.
Oh, yeah.
They will fire my ass.
It's a liability for them.
What about the rest of the body?
I can stand in front of the guy and ask him if he has a receipt. Well, actually, I can't even really do that, but I can ask him if he's having a great day and can I help him find any more.
Are you having a great day? Yeah, I just stole this radio. Today's great.
I can ask him if he needs any more stereos. I can tell you where the rest of them are.
I got a guy with a truck.
Do you need me to help you carry this out to your car, sir?
Here, let's play.
Could you ask him that question and then not carry it to his car and put it back on the shelf?
I can't really do any of that. So here's Nordstrom.
Yeah, let's watch it. Store, Nordstrom Rack.
20-year-old Bree says she'd been shopping for about 2 hours at this Nordstrom Rack in
2
Colma
hours?
without
What
any
the
problems. But when she went to check out, she says she saw a young boy having a temper tantrum in a shopping cart.
It wasn't bothering me, the fit, but it was just the volume. It was a little bit loud, hurting my ears. So I asked her very nicely to calm her child down a little bit, the volume. And then...
How did you say it?
2 hours in
Could you please
Nordstrom
tell your
Rack.
child to quiet down a little bit?
The child's mother didn't like that request.
She proceeds to say,
not gonna fit, man.
Don't
Go
tell
to
my child
Ross.
what to do.
You can afford
And
it
I said,
there.
Didn't tell your child what to do, just told you to quiet them down a little bit.
good. 2
Bree admits
hours in
things got
Nordstrom
heated
Rack.
pretty quickly.
Not gonna fit.
No, but 2 hours in the freaking outlet store? God,
She's looking for them deals.
2 hours is way
She's
cheap.
gonna pop some
Where them
tags. Only
deals
got
at?
$20 in her pocket.
I don't even know what Nordstrom is.
I don't
It's an
either.
outlet store.
It's just clothing and stuff.
Clothing and it's a craft store that's outlet.
So I tell her to go to hell, and then she's
Uh-oh.
like, I'll see you there.
And then that was it. At least Bree thought that was it until she went outside where she says that mother was waiting.
Hear her say,
Oh,
where'd
took
you
it
tell me to
outside.
go? And I said, I told you to go to hell.
Where'd
And
you
next
tell
thing
me
I
to
know,
go? I said
away
you
from
can
the
go to
cameras.
her
hell.
mouth or fist or shoves me to the ground and then hits me again and he's on top
She
of
curb
me.
stomped
The encounter
me.
was quick, but
No,
this was
that's
the
awful.
result.
I
A bloody
died.
mouth,
Here's a picture of
scrapes
her.
on her
Looks like
arms,
I
and
became
a
Edward
tooth
Furlong.
Bree's still not sure she can save. A CT scan shows the dislodged tooth. Bree filed
Oh,
a
that's
police
why she's
report
got
and
rabbit-
admits it's not
one-
the first
one
time she's
rabbit
talked
tooth.
to a parent about a loud child. This is the first time, however, the 20-year-old has gotten such a violent reaction.
Do you think you'll do anything differently moving forward in terms of parents and their kids?
No, because that's who I am. I say really what I want.
Until I die because I
Until I
incite
get- until I
violence
get
Talked to
against
curbed
me
Colma
stomped.
around
police several
savages.
times today. A sergeant does confirm there was this altercation between the two women and that they are searching for the mother involved. In the last couple hours, we did see Colma police here at this Nordstrom Rack. They picked up some surveillance.
All right, that's it. So yeah,
I really like the free advertising that Joanne Fabrics is getting during this report.
and Nordstrom.
We're the store next to the
Now
store
we're
that
hooked.
has.
Now I wasn't able.
We're the
trash
store next to the
fighting.
store where you get curb stomped. For
I wasn't
telling
able
somebody
to find
keep their
any
kid under
updates on this,
control.
whether they found the lady or not. But and I'm glad that when she was asked if she would continue to approach people and ask them to shut their whiny ass kids up, that she would continue to do so, even if she loses her damn tooth, which is horrible. But God, that sucks, because this is I think this is a growing concern in this country where people aren't allowed to say anything. They're not allowed to speak their opinion.
Well, if we try to figure out, what's the root of the issue here, does it matter that it was a kid? Is that important to the story? Could it just been she asked a teenager and his friend who were joking if they would quiet down and they attacked her?
I think that does happen, but I think this one might have actually gotten on the news.
But like, why are they
because
taking the kid angle? Like, is that important to the story, or is it just happen to be the story?
I think this does happen with teenagers. Some old man's like, "This kids are," and he walks over there and says, "Hey, you need to knock this shit off." Like it even happens here in Keene. Yeah, but you're right. That will never show up in the news. But something like this, for some reason, it's just.
Well, we see why it's in the news. Joanne Fabrics commissioned it. They're like, can we get some bogus ass?
Let's see.
Wait, hold up. Is this the conspiracy theory that Joanne from Joanne Fabrics hired the woman to take her little screaming little bitch kid into Nordstrom?
I'm looking at the advertisement at the bottom of this page. We've got Mama's Latinas. We got Baby Name Wizard.
Latinas.
What's this, Shauna? The I Stir?
I don't know.
Stir?
And Cafe Mom.
It's a bunch of divorce porn. I don't know.
The stir.cafemom.com, so that would explain.
I don't see Joanne's on this page, but
This is a story because the kid in the story, the chick who said "go to hell," and I would say it again and act really surprised. She posted on Facebook or on Twitter or whatever the picture of her grill that's all messed up. That's what you have at the top of the screen. That got a lot of likes. It got a lot of reposts and retweets, and it's a very local story, and that's all.
And everyone picked up. So essentially, it's exactly what's happening.
The news media has nothing to do but sit around and stare at Facebook all day and find things to do, find things to drudge up.
What happens here in Keene.
If Keene had a TV station other than Cheshire TV with, like a paid news staff to do a 6 o'clock news, they would be doing reports of somebody was chalking and then somebody pulled out a brush and they scrubbed it off the sidewalk.
You mean like this show? Where we just kind of scout, we just kind of scour the webs looking for interesting stories, and we just kind of regurgitate them for the pleasure of the viewing.
Right, but we don't have commercial breaks, and we don't tell people coming up after sports.
Yeah, but everybody says like fpp.cc like all the time.
Yeah, we do. It's like a thing. And
okay,
but we don't have that button on Black Sheep Rising yet.
The fpp.cc. You should link to fpp.
No, here's the thing. No, I'll create a button on the Facebook page, on the website. Except every week it takes you to like a random web page. Like, I don't know. What's that one that Jimmy from Arizona linked?
Oh,
yeah, don't say
buttfuckingforjesus.com.
Oh, I told you not to say it. So that'll just take you to random sites like that. How would that make you feel?
That's a bait and switch, man. That's a bait and switch.
You should have two buttons. One,
it is clickbait.
They're both. One goes to the random site and one goes to fpb.cc, but you switch it over.
So it's like a roulette.
Yeah,
like you get whatever.
Web roulette.
You're not gonna get people to watch it if you do that.
Maybe Steven knows how to set up that algorithm. I don't know that.
I do, but I'm not interested.
PageSwirl.com. PageSwirl.com.
That's one of them.
Where you can set up rotating banners.
Ooh, speaking of
rotating banners.
No. That guy set up a
Barney Rubble.
I haven't heard his laugh.
He set up a.
You haven't?
Not like
you haven't
that.
heard him laugh?
I've heard him laugh, but not like that.
Oh, that money laundering thing,
yeah,
allegedly.
So James set up a thrift store here in Keene, 101 Deals.
Oh, hashtag 101 swag.
420 YOLO swag blazing at 101 Deals.
Hashtag we sell higher end junk here at this establishment.
I shopped there.
I went there this week and I got to check out early in the morning there.
You did not buy this couch at 101 Deals because you're a cheap bastard.
Oh, I didn't even talk about the new setup here. So for the longest
I introduced the couch at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, but I was supposed to actually talk about it and what the deal is and all, and why this table is sitting on 5-gallon buckets. And everyone is like praying that it doesn't flip over. Everyone's holding it up with their knees right now. No, for the
this
longest
table
time,
is Guam.
Amanda Bolden,
capsize.
Amanda Bolden, Shire Sharing.
She's cute.
A long time ago, we were just having a conversation about the show, and she's like, "You should totally do the Wayne's World couch."
Sure.
That's a 2-seater.
Is it for real?
Yeah, it's a 2-seater.
I'll have to check after this, and make sure because we don't do 2-seaters. We don't have time. We don't have room in our hearts for.
But that would be a love seat. would be a two-seater?
Two cushion, either long or
The couch
short.
in my living room is a 2-seater and it's huge.
A two cushion. I keep.
But isn't
I
that
keep
called
saying
love seat?
Yeah, the two-seater is a love seat. Two cushions is just a couch that's wrong.
But love seats don't have the fall apart
Yes,
in the
they
middle. Do they?
Yeah, two cushions.
Okay.
I think the
It's not
two
enough.
cushions is a love seat.
Yeah, the two cushion is that one's a two cushion. It's a long couch.
It's a couch.
But that can seat a lot of people.
Okay.
It's the two cushions itself.
Anyways, we got a couch. Anyway, so she said do the Waynesworth thing, and I was like, all right, I'll think about it. And then of course later on that day, night, week, I was like, yeah, that would be a great idea. It would just really make this place look, kick ass. I mean, we got the posters up, got the movie stuff, and we got some,
YOLO swag.
Some anarchy signs up there and some peace signs.
You need to get some YOLO swag.
I do. I just put hashtags all over the place. I need to put a hashtag next to everything.
Hashtag wanted by PorkFest Security. Hashtag PewDiePie.
So yesterday I got this couch from the Swansea Salvation Army thrift store, 30 smacks. It's very sturdy. It's
Did you turn the lights off and then do like a black light to look for body fluids on this thing?
No, you don't want to do that.
I did not, and I don't want to.
It looks like a Jackson Pollock.
I don't know if you were trying to sell it again. You were talking it up. It's very solid, sturdy, strong like bull.
It's a nice damn couch, and it actually has the spring, so it's not like I'm sinking down into a black hole.
Yeah,
that's
what makes it the love seat. When it's
I had to take the door off to get it into the room here. That was fun.
Oh,
yeah, it was just a little too tight. Door off the hinges worked just fine. Yeah,
yeah, we're going down that hole.
Giggity, that's what she said.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
We know where Daryl's mind is always. So yeah, I like it. All right. So anyway, why are we holding the table up with our knees? Because I wanted to check out a particular height before I actually start cutting the legs, because that's what's going to happen. Here's a curbside loot. This is what I'm after. I didn't buy that stupid table. Found it on the road.
Who'd you have to curb stomp to get the table without legs?
After 2 hours,
it was sitting out in the yard with a free sign on it.
Did she complain?
After 2 hours inside the Salvation Army.
Did she complain your kids were screaming?
Where did you tell me to go, lady?
Actually, I had I use my kids. I have them out in the front next to the register screaming.
She told you to get a job, and you said, you get a job!
No, I'm in the back room taking stuff out the back door. They don't know that I exist. They're trying to figure out who's fucking
diversion.
Who belongs to these kids. Yeah, the conversion work. And you're about to have one too, dude.
I am having a yep.
Holy shit.
Did you find out if it was a dragon or a puppy?
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur.
Nice.
I have something about kids.
Dinosaur.
Where's my kids? Oh.
The Jason Repture fuck the children quote?
Yeah.
Who is that? Rapture? Or is that Cantwell?
It's Rapture. It's way too loud. I need to get him to do another shorter one. We can't have that. That was too long. But that's what you're gonna be That's what you're gonna be dealing with.
I know.
You're gonna have to take turns.
I have other kids. Yeah.
Fuck the children.
So I've done the baby thing. I know
Oh, you're already on the baby bandwagon.
Yeah.
It's a chore. But we need more. We need more of that. We need more responsible individuals with jobs and with kids, and with places of residence. Right, Daryl?
What?
Places of
Hold on. So,
domicility.
People with mailing addresses.
I've got a mailing address. Did we talk about the guy that drove by the 101 Dills and yelled, "Get a job!" to the people that were working in the business that they started?
Yeah, it was Jay was on, and he was the one that got yelled at, and that was very. It was very funny that it happened. A guy's out there essentially doing his job.
They should upload their paychecks to Facebook after they cash them, so they can stop complaining about get a job. Here's my pay stub.
And then stop freaking out and be like, they committed financial fraud.
There's a law.
Yeah.
I've come to realize that we can't win against those guys.
Resistance is futile.
You just have to have fun with it. You can't make it a win-lose thing. You know, 'cause
Here's
you're
an
right, you can't-
idea.
It's a lose-lose if you
Let's
engage, you
ignore
lose.
them.
Yeah, or have fun.
Or have fun.
Just have fun
Or
with
have
it.
fun screen capturing all the stupid shit they say.
If you're having a better time than they are, they're gonna want to change sides because they're having a shitty time. You know.
And actually, there have been individuals who have just have jumped off of that wagon and said, "You guys are crazy.
Well, when your enemy,
You guys are obsessed with these guys. Just let them do what they're doing. They're not hurting anybody. Of course, unless you consider stuff like $80,000 less in parking revenue because some clown going around
paying people $7 an hour to
cock blocking the parking enforcers.
Yeah.
Oh well.
No, the city says it's not about revenue, so
It's not.
So there you go.
It's not about revenue, but that's why they filed a second lawsuit seeking lost revenue.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's like it's not a tax.
Yeah, and of course we
have to call it a road toll when we increase the fuel tax because people in New Hampshire don't like taxes.
Yeah, it's not a tax.
Actual quote by a state representative during the hearing on increasing the fuel tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be hearing pretty soon about the results from the last.
Your hearing?
Not mine. I got my hearing. Oh yeah. By the way, so did we ever talk about that on the show?
No, we did not, and we've got about 75 seconds.
I have been fighting with the city of Keene and the state to have my home reassessed. The value that the Keene had my home assessed at was way over what I paid for it, and way over what it's actually worth. And so I took it to the city, said, "This is what I think it's worth. You need to reassess my home, and because my property tax are directly related to the assessment value." They said, "All right, we'll drop it down." They dropped it down like $10,000 or something like that.
How much did you pay the assessor?
I didn't pay anything. I didn't pay the assessor anything. I paid
You're doing it wrong, man.
Well, I paid the. Oh yeah, all right. No, that's not how we do it. We don't do the bribes, and I don't have a bribe drop.
It's not bribery. You're just paying them.
I paid the.
No, it's
Leave
the
me
city.
alone.
It's the city assessor.
What do you think taxes are? You're paying them to leave you alone.
I paid the property appraiser to appraise the home.
Yeah.
I paid him almost $400 to appraise the house.
But that's not the same as the tax assessor.
Tax assessor is something that we all pay for through tax monies. All right. So, anyways, they gave me an amount. I said nope, that's not enough. So I appealed it with the state, and I finally had that hearing. 3 months ago. It's not that important, Steven. Count down over here.
You got a clock going down over here.
You got a clock, bitch.
We go over all the time. Don't look at the clock. All right, so that was a while ago. I finally got the results back. They dropped the property value down a hell of a lot more, a lot closer to where I wanted it to be. I'm a little bit happier. I'm gonna let it drop for now.
Yeah.
I won't give them any more hard times. But that was a 2.5 year battle. And I feel like I was.
So when are they cutting you a check for the amount that you overpaid?
Oh, I already got it. Got 2 fat checks. One for $214, one for $213.
Did you buy 2 fat chicks with those 2 fat checks?
No, he fucking stole a table off the side of the road without fucking legs, and he curb stomped some bitch for telling him to not steal a table.
I didn't curb. The person helped me put it in my truck. That's how badly they wanted the table out of their yard.
Is that what they call curb stomping in your neighborhood?
Well, her mouth was bleeding, and she wanted me out of her yard as well. And
So that sounds voluntary.
she escorted me off of the property.
You charged you charged her a tax, right?
So now I'm confused if you curb stomped her or she choked on your dick.
Oh, stop it. Jesus Christ.
What did you learn?
Different kind of curse.
Conan Soliday.
You know, I said I remember what I learned. I came up with something before the show, actually, and I don't remember what it was. Hold on.
We'll come back around to you.
Hold on, I can remember.
Shauna, tell me what the fuck Conan learned. Or what you learned, either one.
That doesn't mean anything. What did I
I've learned that you can't deadpan jokes about homelessness and why people hate homeless people.
Oh.
Because I tried to at a job or in a situation where I was around other people discussing homeless people and how they're so horrible and dirty and they don't get a job and they all do drugs and they're just horrible people. And I started.
No, I'm not.
And so I started to join in to be like, yeah, they want to be poor. They want to be homeless because that's fun. And because it was like so psychotic what they were saying. And like, I understand being wary of dealing with somebody who's homeless on an individual basis. I've had to deal with it.
They took our job.
Dealt with it before. You know, I've not been on the streets, but I've been homeless for short periods of time. So it all sucks. I understand. Everybody sucks. And so I just added on, you know, oh yeah, you know, they want to be poor. And there was somebody else who actually has a heart, which can also suck at times. And that person was like, you guys are horrible people. You're so heartless. And I turned around. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm joking, right? You better be. I'm like, okay, I will never make a joke about that ever again because
Stop your nonsense.
Because I can't play it off, and that's what I learned.
So you need to work on your
deadpan.
Yes, exactly. Or getting
or when
rid
to
of it.
reel it back in, yeah.
Or let people know you're joking.
Or just laugh when I
hey.
feel like homeless people are funny.
Steven, what did you learn this week?
So I learned if you're, you know, in an outlet store and somebody's kids are crying, you just keep to yourself.
No, you don't.
Or you start crying
just keep to
yourself.
No, you tap the guy on the shoulder next to you and behind you and the guy in front of you and you say, hey, look, is this a problem? I would like you to team up with me and we're going to go all three of us talk to this
We're
bitch.
all gonna curb stomp.
We're going to go in numbers and we're going to get down to the bottom of this. This can't be.
I'm serious. Let the store take care of.
The store is not allowed to take care of it. They won't do anything. Yes, they can, but they won't.
They can put a sign that says screaming children will be given a Frappy Mocha Latte Chino and a kitty.
They won't do anything
They're
about
not
it.
clocked in enough to deal with some screaming brat who's going to leave 5 minutes later and then deal with another screaming brat who's just the most precious thing in the world.
Because then
like,
Walmart will end up in the news.
This is why no.
Yeah,
There's different ways to deal with this. This is why you should have suckers for free at the checkout line. We've got suckers here for you.
To enable them. To enable
They're
the fat little kids.
Their frontal lobes aren't developed. They can't use reason like adults can. So yeah, kids think very simplistically because their brains aren't developed. What was the drop?
Hold on.
You're talking about the frontal lobes aren't developed, and you're also talking about kids. And
well, it's true. Kids their brains aren't developed yet. So yeah, it is pretty simplistic. Motivations are things they want.
yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not mad at the kids. I'm mad at the parents for letting it happen. They need to be curb stomped.
I disagree.
and then upload it to YouTube. And so this is what's going to happen if you let your screamy, whiny little kids come into my place of establishment.
If you and Shauna were at the store and she was throwing a fit, would you curb stomp her?
No, I'd slap her in the mouth. And then I'd upload it to YouTube.
I think you're just talking. You know you wouldn't slap her.
And
I
then
know that I
said
would
he can
because
go to hell.
she would probably slap me back.
Right.
But she wouldn't act
She would curb stomp your ass.
No, I wouldn't.
Right in the dairy aisle of Hannaford baskets.
All right. So no, none of this would happen. I would go and I would say, look, Shauna, what is going on here? Can I help you shut up? Could I? I don't understand. I don't understand what the problem is.
I get beaten enough here anyways. I'm not going to...
We don't beat each... No, don't listen to her. No,
well,
so
you
that's...
have this
but that's
whole
not
couch.
what... that's not what happened. She just went up and said, hey, look, your kid's a problem. Could you sign...
That's what she says that she said.
All right.
She could have said it in a very passive-aggressive way, like, hey, bitch, you gonna do something about your kid?
No, she admits that she said, like, I said you can go to hell. And where'd you say I can go? I said you can go to hell. And then she, like, punched me
once the
or
conversation
something.
turned in...
So, I mean, she admits that she said, like, dumb things. But
Right.
I don't know
What
if she's
happened-
aware of it. But,
And-
I mean,
and
it sounds
anyone-
like I
and-
believe her because she sounds like an idiot.
Yeah, if she had this
Because
accent...
when I was in California, they had Chipotle open until midnight.
You're going to get a curb stomp with that voice. So maybe that's what maybe that's where she kicked off in the wrong boat.
So I agree. The lady who said something and she got beat up, you shouldn't say something again.
If you can't handle it.
Because you're going to get beat up again.
You don't know how to handle.
And she's specific.
If you didn't learn the first time, maybe you will the second or the 12th.
Yeah.
And as Ron White says, I didn't know how many people they were going to use to whip my ass, or I didn't know how many people it was going to take to whip my ass, but I knew how many people they were going to use, and that's a handy piece of information.
All right, Daryl, we're running out of time. I learned that my father is still using Windows XP.
People still use Windows?
I was on the phone with him for a whole hour
Does
today.
he also use the Internet Explorer?
A whole fucking hour. Trying to remember how to navigate Windows XP, which is 10 years ago.
That's no longer being supported by Windows.
It is no longer being supported. Yes, this is true.
Does he still
Not completely
use
true, but
Internet
mostly.
Explorer?
The worst part about this is my dad is not a poor man. And I'm trying to explain to him, look, dude, this is taking time out of your busy work schedule. You'd be much better off upgrading and taking the hit. And this, which to you isn't a fucking hit. It's just some chinkles.
So
just buy a new fucking computer and it'll probably have Windows 8 or whatever it is up on it already.
10.
So that was his Windows was broken.
His Windows Media Player, which he's using.
So it's a broken Windows fallacy.
Should generate the economy by him.
That's right.
having to
Daryl,
buy
what did you
another
learn?
computer.
So I learned that hectaker is not actually a word.
That's not a proportion. A portion of
Unit of measurement?
A unit of measurement.
There's no C. It's hectare.
Say it again. Say it the way you thought it was.
Hectaker. As in like 10 acres.
It's actually a metric measurement. It's not even imperial. Then we figured out it was like 10,000 meters square or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Which is weird to be used in the U.S. because everything's imperial.
hectaker is not a word, and I learned that this week at the ripe old age of 36. Fuck you, English.
I always lose my Silence of the Lambs drop. What did I put it under? Silence of the Lambs. Oh, crap. That would have been perfect.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
He was a heck taker. No, it doesn't work. Hey, we got to get out of here.
You've got problems.
Thank you for watching, guys. BlackSheepRising.org is the website. Please go there if you'd like to check out any of the...
Admit you're stoned.
Yes, I am.
How much pot are you smoking right now?
The show notes are there, and the archives are there. The audio is there, the whole nine. Everyone's checking out the drops now, looking for interesting things to drop while I'm talking.
Silence! I kill you! I kill you!
For telling my 2-year-old screaming brat bitch of a kid to shut up.
Exactly. The Facebook page is facebook.com/blacksheeprising.org. Please go there and join the conversation. Tell us what you like, don't like, want to see more of, the whole nine. That's how you get in contact with me. Or you can email me, show@blacksheeprising.org.
Or if you send a Bitcoin payment donation, then you can leave messages in the email area.
That's right. I use Coinbase. You know, it's this little thing that manages my Bitcoin for me. They want me to update my merchant ID, which is going to require me to get an EIN number, which I'm not real crazy about.
Do it.
So I might be going to other places this week. 2 donations. I'm playing the wrong song for this. Hold on. We got to play the right stuff. Where we at? Daryl, say something.
Money, 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 something, something.
All right, now we got the donations drop. 2 donations this week. Someone donated $8.50 to the show. Some guy at Conan is a better action hero than Vic Diesel at moremoviereviews.com.
Moremoviereviews.com.
We will get on it. Sean and I are working on reviewing Snowpiercer. It's a very crazy name. It's
never heard of it.
It just sounds so badass.
Yes, the way I said it, badass. It sounded a little little naughty, actually.
Like a snowboarding feel to it.
Wait.
Give me my cursor back. All right, and there was another donation, and this one
This one's really funny.
probably hits close to Daryl's heart. That's the wrong little thing right there.
Oh, God.
Sent you a penny.
This one is really fucking hilarious.
Someone else sent 2 cents, 0.02 cents in Bitcoin.
No, not 0.02. It's 2 cents worth of Bitcoin.
Yes, I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
So they're giving us their 2 cents.
Train is not okay.
And what is their 2 cents? We love Stefan at holy crap, this is esoteric.net.
It's the same people.
Yeah, it's probably the same people.
Yeah.
Very funny. I love it. Thank you so much for the donations. I'll buy some coffee with it later on this week to feed the guests.
I don't drink coffee.
I'll buy you an Angry Orchard.
Woohoo!
After you drink all fucking 17 of them that are in the kitchen right now.
We actually put coffee in that Angry Orchard, so congratulations.
Did you ever see the Saturday Night Live thing with Chris Farley where they were making fun of the Folgers hidden cam? Remember those commercials back in the 90s where it's like, we secretly replaced your Colombian brew from this fine coffee shop with Folgers. And people were like, oh, well, Folgers is great.
Yeah.
But the SNL thing with Chris Farley was like, why would you do that? And he flips the table and curb stomps the shit out of the dude.
Aha!
Hilarious.
If you would like to get in contact with me, show@blacksheeprising.org is the email address, or you can leave a voicemail.
Stephen Hawking hasn't called in a while.
He hasn't called in a while.
Nor has Jimmy.
I know, you guys are really letting me down. 267-521-2771 is the number. Leave anything you like. We may play it on the show. Daryl, where can the folks get you?
FPP.cc, FPPradio.com.
Outstanding. Steven, you got a place of residence on the cloud?
They can just come to Keene and talk to me in person.
Hey, come to Keene.
Let's do face-to-face.
That sounds like a threat.
Why is that?
Sounds like he's meeting a threat. Actually.
You want to talk to me? Just fucking come to Keene. We'll meet up in fucking Central Square, you fucking bitch.
You better come before the north wall is fenced up.
Don't go to Steven's
Free
house.
North Keene.
Oh, you fucking guys. Shut up.
I'll meet you at Brewbaker's. How about that?
Shauna?
Ain't nobody needs to contact me.
Okay. Guys, let's
Shauna
close.
at Black Sheep Rising.
Let's close this on.
No.
We've gone way over. None of this is going to be on Cheshire TV.
Woo! Yay!
So you can say anything you want right now. It'll be on the internet. We're going to close with a little song. This is Cry Wolf. The name of the song is Home We Made Part 2. This is the
Part 2.
Part 2. This is the Scrux
Dva.
remix.
What the fuck is a Scrux?
I don't know, some kind
It's
of
a remix.
Some kind of soup.
Type of remix.
I think it's a predicament. It's like you get your toes stuck in a drawer.
Keep my toes in my shoes.
I don't like
Where they're
shoes.
safe.
Yeah, that's why I wear shoes.
All right, it's all right,
I like shoes.
I got my flippy floppy.
All right, so Daryl is walking around with his flippy floppy.
I already gave him shit about that.
Yeah, I know it's 30 degrees outside.
I asked him if he was in denial.
And I said I hate shoes, and he said, "Why don't you walk around barefoot?" And I said, "Because stores."
He's walking around in his bare feet, and all right, so he's in his place of residence.
These are human feet.
His succubus. He's in his succubus, and he gets his toe stuck in a drawer. He has become scruxed. Or stuck in a scrux, or I don't know. I don't know how it. It's close to it though.
I've never heard that word before.
Well, it's whoever it is. It's the guy who remixed this fabulous song. Guys at home, thank you for watching. We will be here at the same time next week. Live streamers in the chat. Thank you for participating. It looks like Nicholas and Conan's nipples.
I think it was just nipple. So it's either left or right. We don't know which yet.
So just
He
one of
got
them.
one of them cut off because
Maybe it was nipples.
One of them got bit off.
He's
by
unsullied.
One of
so
them
he got one of them cut off.
bit off by
They're
a
pointless
beaver.
anyway. Male nipples are a waste of time.
Guys at home, thank
No,
you for
they're
watching.
not.
Thank you for listening. However you're getting
they do?
this, we're gonna see
They've
you next
got
week.
as many nerve endings
Would you
as female
shut the
nipples.
fuck up?
No, I will not. I'm
Male
explaining.
nipples are useless.
I'm explaining
I
to
will
Steven
sell my nipples.
that male
What?
nipples have as many
They
nerve
have
endings
sensation.
as female nipples.
Increased
I've got
sensation.
plenty of other places that have sensation. I don't need my nipples, man.
I'm totally thinking of that Monty Python song.
Nancy, I'm sorry.
Who is your
Who the fuck is Nancy?
That's my mom.
Oh.
Hi, Conan's mom.
Yeah, I hope mom's not watching. Mom, you shouldn't be watching this. This is
She
bad.
probably turned off as soon as I said fuck, like 37 seconds.
You don't know what
into the
she's
show.
into. You're saying she's turned off.
Catastrophe.
No, she has already said like she stops listening as soon as I say fuck.
Yeah, she hates Daryl.
Life as you know it on Earth ends.
Anytime Daryl talks. Guys at home, thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week. Enjoy the song. Good night.
And
world inside its walls. In the back room on the last night, I heard you crying for life. Smoke was pouring through the halls. And I thought maybe we could save ourselves. This house has worlds inside. Touch my hand, you see how all my broken pieces are painted on the walls. And I thought maybe we could save ourselves. This house has worlds inside. And I thought maybe we could save ourselves. Smoke was pouring through the halls. And I thought maybe we could save ourselves.
We are live right now. Watch what you say.
Public service announcement. 101 Dills is not a front for money laundering. I repeat.
Yet.
101 Dills is not a front for money laundering.
Yet.
Or meth lab in it.
John has a brown mustache. John has a brown mustache.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
No, we don't.
Dude, my bandwidth is sucking. By the way, there's that article.
Swing.
It's the Concord monitor, not the Union.
Right.
Campaign monitor.
Did you say your dad was sucking? Is that what you just said?
Hey, some people pay for that. Some people pay good money for that.
Bandwidth. What'd you think I said?
What?
I thought you said your dad was sucking.
I said my bandwidth is sucking.
Oh.
Everything is loading up like a... What the hell's going on? How many devices are sucking down my internet right now?
All the devices.
I'm downloading the whole internet
the
right now.
The fucking Garrett is parked out in the back.
Garrett's in your backyard uploading the internet to the cloud.
I wouldn't be surprised he's uploading that KPF in my backyard.
Wait, Daryl, weren't you trying to draw some parallel between theft and being late Weren't you trying to do something like that?
You're stealing my schedule if you're late. What the?
He was.
Hold on. That wasn't a quote from me. I was quoting somebody in my article about
Okay.
that.
Okay. Right. I didn't understand
It was an article written like, reconsidering how you think about time. And I actually said, like, I wouldn't go so far as to tell somebody that they were a thief the next time they're 5 minutes late.
Because what you were saying, whether or not it was your opinion, was that like if you're 15 minutes late, it's like you stole 15 minutes from that person.
In a way, you did, though.
Right, but they're consenting to wait. They could just not wait.
Not necessarily.
No, that's you. You stole from yourself the ability to get over it. Like, do something else. Clock in early or whatever.
But no, let's say that me, you, and Steven are supposed to meet for lunch at noon.
Steve, you and I, Daryl. You should know better.
Get those nerds!
Yes, I'm Daryl.
Okay,
But
so we're all supposed to meet.
The three of us are supposed to meet at 12 because
Is there a train nearby?
that's when you start your lunch break and you have to be back from lunch at 12:30.
Yes.
And we don't get there until 12:15.
All right.
Like, granted, you could go ahead and order your lunch, but whatever we were planning to discuss, we stole 15 minutes of time from you in a way.
No.
Enlighten me.
No, you stole like 15 minutes from the whole collective plan. Like 12:05, I don't see you guys. I'm out. I got 25 minutes to go. I got to get some food.
That's right.
Right, but no, we're meeting at a restaurant so that you can eat there.
You just get left out.
Yeah, just leave. I've had bullshit and I got hate. I've had plans to meet with people during my lunch break and told them exactly where I'm coming from, where I'm going to be walking, and by noon, I don't see those a-holes, so I turn around and I leave.
Gotta smack that dog.
They didn't steal anything from me. They, like months later, they're like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, "Couldn't find you guys. Screw it. I had other stuff to do." And they're like, "We were down the road." I'm like, "Fucking not down my road." I don't know. It's just
And then,
way
like,
too...
there's the people that...
That's too libertarian to be like, you're stealing something somehow. You're stealing time.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too much.
But my point of the whole article was,
Exactly, Nick.
if you're chronically late, rethink, like, how you think about time. Because there are people that they'll post on Facebook, like, hey, I'm going to do this in 10 minutes. An hour later, they're like, oh, yeah, I've not left yet. I'll be there
I haven't
in
even
5.
started yet.
That's just poor time management, right?
Right.
Black Sheep Rising After Show.
I think the show is getting a lot better. I think it's just more comfortable.
Yeah.
More laid back. Donations help.
For the couch fund.
Yeah.
No. He needs to buy legs for the table.
I have the legs. I have to cut them down. I think, yeah, all right, so good question.
Well, you could probably just
help Conan buy legs for the table.
What do you
ain't got
think,
no legs.
What do you think about this height? Because here's the other thing.
Little taller.
Well, no, here's the other thing you have to consider. This is my workroom as well. I don't just have the show in here and then this room gets closed off. I'm gonna bring the TV down. And I'm gonna be in here. I'm gonna be writing,
computer room or whatever.
Yeah, it's my.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like you do art and stuff in here too.
I would say so
I
far
do-
it
I do everything in
induces
here.
people crouching over. I know during the show I was like, "Rah."
Was that a bad thing?
I think that's bad. It's bad for your
Well, I'll
posture because
tell
you're
you
even
what.
right now you're like, "Rah, I'm gonna work."
Well, I'll tell you what. Like a little kid.
like
a
right
caveman?
now, like you're like crouching down.
But it's like a coffee table. What if it was a coffee table height? It'd be way down there.
That'd be a lot worse. Yeah.
All right, here was the problem. This
need
cable's
2 more
up to here
buckets.
with legs on it, and it just covered everything. It was like we were at the kids' table, like little kiddies. It just looks stupid. I like this. Look at that. Right here, there we are.
All right, so what you need to figure out.
It looks good.
What you need to figure out is, are you doing this primarily as a radio podcast or as a TV vodcast thing?
Both. No, it's not primarily. No, it's both. It really is both.
Right, but
equal.
No,
Does it go on the radio?
You're not. It's on LRN.
It's on LRN.
Oh,
It's on iTunes and all that. It's a podcast.
But
Okay,
you're not understanding my question.
What's-
Which one is it primarily?
Yeesh. I don't know. The viewerships are equal. I get about the same amount of.
Right. So the people, if the viewerships are about equal, then the people would probably watch if you had a taller table.
But I want it to look. But I want it to look snazzy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be putting shit on the walls.
I don't think anybody's
Did you add
watching
something?
so that they can see the
I'm not
Jesus riding a dinosaur.
I'm not allowed to say what I added. I added something every week.
But you don't say what it is.
Nope. You can figure it out.
He's never been in here before, so he wouldn't know.
If you see what I added this week, go ahead and email it to me,
I know what you added.
I don't notice.
and I'll send you a reward. Stop pointing at things.
It's not. The camera's not looking at Daryl.
Okay.
Hint.
I thought it said
it's
everything's
PewDiePie.
recording. Isn't everything recording?
Is everything recording?
Right, but the cameras rotate, so like each camera's not being recorded
So
independent.
is the other camera right now not
Oh yeah, I should have
recording?
mentioned. All right, so here's the way this works. So this screen right here that we get to watch to browse and stuff, this is what the live streamers see.
Okay.
They don't see any of this.
I figured they saw this, yeah.
And of course, it's got a little bit of a sound audio lag. Actually, I think it's about 10 seconds, which is pretty harsh, actually. But
Oh, the lips to... So we're like doing stop animation.
No.
it's not all jittery. It's just 10 seconds late.
Okay.
It's sort of. They think of it as like a radio delay thing, so that they can drop a caller if somebody says like "tet fuck." Only we don't have the option.
But the audio is
Or
not.
discretion.
Yeah, the audio. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. The audio is 10 seconds behind the video, so the lips are moving, but the sound just ain't coming. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't know that it does. I don't know why it does that. I can understand if the audio and the video were 10 seconds late, but the fact that
That's what I thought it
Just
was.
time shift your audio when you upload it. Just time shift.
No, he's just saying what's live streamed. It's off on the live stream, but on the YouTube, it's fine.
everything else is.
Oh, okay.
I line all that up. That's not a problem at all. But why is the So
You gotta have the marker in here where you slap
well, no.
it and everything.
No, it's just for
Exactly.
the live stream where it's
You
off.
just have to have the marker anyway. I mean, everybody wants to see it.
That thing probably
What
costs
is-
money.
The marker?
It's the clacker.
You
Black
can
and
make
white
one.
Oh, the...
You can make
you
one
like
out
it.
of
Everybody likes
cardboard.
the marker. You need the
I
marker.
could probably get one from Cheshire TV. They're probably throwing them out after a certain amount of uses.
I don't think they have them.
They do have no. They do.
Aren't they
You should
magnetic?
use them.
I've volunteered for Cheshire TV before and used their
You know their purpose, right?
It's for lining up audio and video
That's
and
right.
stuff.
They find out right where it's touching and they match it up with the waveform.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's helpful.
I've gotten pretty good at it. I use the drops, and I line those up, and I can usually get it spot on pretty quick. Yeah. That's how I do. Hold on. Do have a drop for that.
This is not what we do.
Oh, I don't have a drop for that. I need the Obama. That's how we do.
That-
That's how,
That's how we go.
that's
That's how we roll.
roll.
Yeah, I don't like the shorter table. Like, the couch is too far back. We've got to lean forward, and it's
Well,
weird.
I can put. Well, you know
I
what?
admire your honesty. Hell, I like you can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
We have 4 people on as well.
Why do you have that as a drop? It's just going to get in the way of you finding
You know what,
Okay.
Daryl? You brought up a good point.
Closer.
That's where it should have been. All right, this whole fucking this whole episode was fucked. All right, thank you, Daryl.
It looks
Fucking thing sucks.
Have you seen the wireless keyboards that have a trackpad built into it? Have you seen those?
Those cost money, Steven.
They're like 20.
Those cost money. That's
20 bucks?
money.
Yeah. Yeah, pull them up on Amazon. I'll
Maybe
show
they
you.
Those
have them
cost
at
money.
Maybe they have
Target
them at
has
101
if you wanna
deals.
Get one today.
Target.
works too. But yeah, it's got a trackpad built in on the right, and you can just put it on your lap and hand it off to people. It's wireless.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to have my mouse. That causes problems.
We're already sharing two mice.
Well, no,
anyway.
here's the problem right here. So, anyways, I'm mousing over here, and this fucker will grab the mouse. It's a shared mouse because I'm only using. There's only one operating.
See, we used to have two computers here.
Oh, this is all.
And now it's all one computer.
This is one.
There's
these three monitors.
Go to the white guy.
Or all
And
one.
what happened to the second keyboard? You used to have a second keyboard that you could.
I gave it. I gave it. Sasha used it. She's using it on her laptop, so she walked off with it.
I thought she's in Tennessee.
She's not there yet. She's in Milford or something.
Milford.
She's not even in the same direction.
Actually, she's probably in Keene right now. So, how you like that?
That's like way not in the same direction.
Were you trying to find that keyboard? Or?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Cool.
A wireless
Because
keyboard.
that costs money.
No, it's because I don't want people getting hold of my drops.
It's
So then
already
you keep the
obnoxious
keyboard
enough.
and the mouse to yourself.
Actually, I think it'd be neat if I had like a a portable, a wireless keyboard, it's probably running out of batteries too, right?
Yes.
Right, that sucks.
Double A's.
No, the batteries the one I've had
They last
for
for a long
year,
time.
and they last a long, long time.
I would like a keyboard like this, but with like a mouse portion on the side of it. And you have a little mouse pad on the side. And
That's a good idea.
wires.
You should build that.
No, it's already been built. It's already been. No, someone.
Okay, then you should buy it.
So when I'm over here reclining, I can have my mouse keyboard set up, and I can go to town, as long as I can still see the.
By go to town, he means watch porn when nobody's in the room.
Does that door have a lock on it?
No, it actually doesn't.
So he's not doing that.
I don't have my porn drop.
That's what you think. I came in here one day.
That's the end of the story.
And we were going to get
And that's the story.
things set up, and he still had Pornhub popped open in one of his
Yeah.
tabs.
Believe it.
He was like, "Stop looking at my porn!"
People need to feel the pressure from you.
Oh shit. I like this. I like it. Look, I love that look, man. I only feel bad that you guys had to sit in the upright chairs.
Well, maybe you need another fucking couch.
Yep, that's where I was going, Mr. Perry. It's where I was going.
Fucking couch.
Oh God. All right, I'll give that to you. You dirty bastard. I'll give you this one too.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Your mind, man, is off in the clouds. Not the Steve I clouds, the dirty, nasty fog.
Is there a difference?
The smog.
Is there a difference?
The smog
That's
clouds.
mostly porn, isn't it?
Good point.
Yes.
Yes.
You ever
you're
seen
right.
the maps of the internet? Like where people map out how much of the internet is a certain thing? And porn would be like Russia. It'd just be like most of the internet. Yeah, I guess you've seen those, Daryl.
Is that?
The
Is
I
that-
don't think
what,
I
What
have.
is that? What is that map? Like an internet map or an internet?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like this much is the trolls. You know, this is troll country. They've kind of got like a map. You've seen it before?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
This portion is my dad trying to research how to work XP. Map of
Great.
the
That's
internet.
a bad
Go to view image. Let's see that tiny one.
I'm clicking on it.
Yeah.
4,000.
Oh wow! All right, so this is
I don't know if this is the one I saw, but it's probably the same idea.
wow. That's neat.
Internet crime.
Internet crime.
Torrent of locked data, the deep web, the Silk Road 2.0.
All right, this is at deviantart.net. So this is someone
Put way
actually-
too much effort into this.
exactly.
Could be
But
studying
hey,
Latin with this energy.
Hey, I collect shopping lists from when I find at the store.
Yeah, but you're already there.
CD-ROM.
Well, no, I want to
Peninsula.
upload them to something
You
just like
collect
this.
Shopping lists?
Yeah, well, I'm sticking them all together, and if scanning them in, I want to create a picture like this that people can just navigate and just look at the silly shit people on shopping lists.
Oh, yeah.
I got poop pills last week.
There's a drop.
So,
You got my mouse?
Extreme Tube.
Please don't make that a drop.
I will make that a drop. This is neat.
I love how Plenty of Fish is right next to Adult Friend Finder.
there's other maps, too. besides
YouTube
this.
is pretty big.
Right next to Google.
Google search.
The land of indices. World of Warcraft has its own area.
It's essentially England, or I guess that's kind of France. I'm sorry, Spainy.
No, this
You'll
isn't
see-
like
It's not
Europe.
much of
This
the
is
world.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it kind of feels like
It looks like it, yeah.
like England should be right here, and this is kind of Spain.
South Park. South Park is its own country area.
Off in the
Island.
nowhere land.
Actually, there's a lot
They
of
got Stone and Parker on there. There's
League,
two capitals.
League of Legends is growing huge.
Never heard of it.
It's
What is One Up?
Do they have Snowden on here somewhere?
yeah, that would so if you can have
Straight
this map
of
in a
CIA contractors.
That's where they drown the hipsters in
actually
Hipster
you
C.
do. Is this-
Ooh.
but this is in alphabetical order though.
Okay, so Snowden. Oh, it's not
It's
alphabetical.
It's probably sorted by most popular
Yes.
website.
Most of it
Alexa,
is.
Alexa.com. The internet ranking and service.
But it doesn't give you parameters. It doesn't give you grid.
It doesn't give you like C5.
Yeah, exactly. These guys aren't helping.
They're not a real map.
Hold on. What's the
It's not a real map.
smallest
This is
thing
a
that's
real
on
map.
the list?
The
It's not a
smallest
real
thing
map.
on the
Just
list
C5. What's in C5?
on this side is. I don't even know what that is.
Mercadolibre.com.
No, that's number 499. Number 500 is Mintra.com.
Mintra.com.
Mintra.
What's down here? Oh, we got
Video games.
The
or some
history of
shit?
the internet.
History of the internet.
Hey, the timeline.
Wow, there's a lot of things. I don't know. 4chan, 2003.
Oh, and then they've got like another map.
This
that
is
I don't
pretty
know
neat.
what it's
They have the most
color-coded to me.
profitable sites down there, right where you're at. Scroll down.
This is great for the
Scroll left a
podcast.
little bit so we can
The
see.
the listening audience.
To the left, to the left.
Oh no, here to go. Most profitable, ESRI.
Well, that's number
That's
50.
number 50.
Number 50.
Dumbass.
Keep going over. Keep going.
There we go. Revenue.
Apple.
Followed by Hewlett Packard, followed by Hitachi, followed by IBM. And
International Business Machines.
Where's-
Call it by its appropriate name.
There's Google at number 12 with 37 million.
No.
No?
37 billion.
Pitney Bowes.
No, it says mill next to it.
37,000 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these guys are rolling.
He doesn't know how to do math.
I don't like it when they write things like that.
I
either.
have smart guys
Yeah,
on the
it's
show
in millions.
Get those nerds!
to do the math for me.
You mean the reading?
I just play the drops, damn it. I set the technology up and record you fucks. Oh. That's what happens.
That was not
Is
me.
there a trap door?
No, I just moved my knees from.
This isn't steady.
Okay.
That was supposed to be where Daryl had dropped through the floor into the dungeon.
With the
I gotta work on that.
Mexicans down there.
What's a petabyte?
They're there waiting with whips to beat him with
A what?
petabyte.
A petabyte's 1,000 terabytes. Or 1,024 terabytes.
That sounds like something that like the Stop Free Keeners would accuse us of being.
I can't wait till. Huh?
You're a petabyte.
Yeah, because Daryl pulled it off. There you go.
Oh, there.
Daryl didn't fucking touch the thing.
This is getting worse. I would.
Save the beer.
It's empty.
Hold on.
No, mine. I had to save mine.
Drop it off the knees.
This table is Guam. It is going to capsize.
Is this Somalia table?
That doesn't help. All right, drop it. All right, all that pulling around. All right, I think that's the end of the show.
Yeah.
Before this table falls on someone and breaks their toes off.
Since I'm the only one not wearing shoes.
If this
it's
even
probably
makes it
gonna
into
be
the
me.
show.
This is a pretty good map.
All right, I'm out.
This is more useful than those Keen maps that everyone has. The kids' colored art Keen maps I'm talking about.
I was looking at the one they had that James was walking around with. It's completely out of proportion.
You're
completely
out of proportion.
I saw it. It says this map is not to scale. I understand. It just was. It's just horrible. It's hurting my brain.
You're hurting my brain.
3 days ago, all the freaks in town had a freak convention.